speaking, a lot of Muslim majority countries and cultures, we understand sex and intimacy. And I think even I'm saying this as a man, there's too many men speaking, because naturally, like as human beings, we've all got a blind spot, right? So obviously as a man, there's certain things naturally I always will see first and foremost from a male perspective, and it might take me a while to appreciate or understand something from a woman's perspective unless someone brings it to my attention. And the same way with women, that naturally women will see things from a woman or female perspective. And I think the fact that most of our, whether it's lectures, talks, or information that we gather or that we watch, even if it's by way of films, movies, books, popular culture, even porn, is generally from the male gaze or the male perspective. So our understanding about sex and intimacy and pleasure is often generated from how men view it. So there isn't much scope to appreciate sex from the woman's perspective. So it's not as holistic as maybe it should be. Whereas, like I said previously, or in pre-modern times, a lot of those early Muslim scholars that I mentioned, like Al-Suyuti, Al-Jahid and others, they cited women as teaching them as well. It wasn't just a group of men writing books and just saying this is how to please women and then writing for other men. They were citing women. For me, the depth of their books was the fact that it wasn't just coming from a male source; it was coming from different sources. Yes, it was a man writing, but he was gathering information from different sources, both from men and women, from different cultures as well. And I think maybe that's not. And as well, sex is a taboo in Muslim communities. I wouldn't say it's a taboo in all Muslim communities, because obviously we know we're not a monolith, and there are some communities who are more forthcoming to speaking about this topic than others, and that's understandable. And I'm not saying that everyone should have the same comfort level when we're speaking about this topic, because even during the time of the Prophet ﷺ, there were some people more conservative than others, even in regards to this topic. So I'm not going to give this impression that everyone was very comfortable and open talking about sex and intimacy, because there were some people that was extremely shy and uncomfortable with it, and that's fine. But there's also some people and some women who were very outspoken and comfortable talking about it and vocalizing their rights from men. And the Prophet ﷺ did have no issue with it. So from an Islamic perspective, it's not wrong. And that's what I think should be understood. If someone doesn't want to talk about it, they're uncomfortable with it, that's fine. That's okay. I'm not forcing on someone. But unfortunately, people have got this understanding or misunderstanding that even to talk about it, even to understand or to learn it, it's wrong or it's haram or it's aib. And again, these are all from cultural understandings in terms of what is understood to be unacceptable. And just the last thing, I think another contributory factor why I think sex topic is taboo in Muslim cultures or communities is because a number of men, I don't know if we're intimidated by female sexuality, but we're definitely concerned, I would say. Yeah. So a way to kind of deal with that is let's control it. Let's put them away, because we either fear that our women will cheat on us, or our daughters may do something can disgrace us and dishonor us, so we need to kind of control it. So that's something which, even if you look at Muslim history, it did develop over a period of time where the rights that women had even during the time of the Prophet ﷺ, it wasn't as free, you could say, as much as it was maybe in later generations, because some men saw as we need to kind of curb the fitna. And even like, again, in some Muslim circles, unfortunately, women, or the word fitna is like synonymous with a woman, as if anytime a woman's there, she's a fitna, she's a source of sexual temptation. And that's something that, again, is problematic, because we're just looking at women that, because they're a source of temptation, we need to kind of keep them away and not be allowed in the public space, because they're going to tempt men, when in reality men should be held accountable. It's like, if you can't control yourself, then you've got the issue, not that you're trying to kind of control her, put her away. So there's a lot of, they're the three things that come to mind why the topic is taboo, but they're the three main ones.